Welcome to Lions Talk Weekly, where you get instant insider news in under 5 minutes. Don't forget to like and subscribe. This Lions update will be over quick. Will Detroit Lions linebacker Alex Anzalone suit up and play against the Minnesota Vikings? With the high anticipation for Sunday's matchup between the last two teams competing for both the NFC North crown and the NFC's #1 seed for the playoffs, the Lions stoked the flame by designating the veteran and captain of the defense to return from injured reserve. This does not guarantee he will play on Sunday, but rather it indicates he'll start his 21-day return-to-practice window. During that stage, the Lions have historically been cautious with allowing players a week to reacclimate before inserting them into action the following week. However, given the fact that the winner of Sunday's game takes the division, a first-round bye and home field advantage for the playoffs, there could be urgency to get the veteran back into action quickly. Anzalone spoke to reporters for the first time since his injury Thursday. He mentioned that he is ready to come back but needs to feel safe and have confidence that the injury won't have any setbacks should he play. He was a full participant at Detroit's practice, sporting what he explained to be a carbon fiber padded cast on his injured left forearm. There are several factors in play for the decision that he, the coaches, and the training staff are facing with this decision. Most notably, as with any player returning from injury, there is the threat of re-aggravating the ailment. As the Florida product explained, the process of his return will be a collaborative one. Together, he, the coaches, and the medical staff will evaluate his situation and what it would take for him to suit up on Sunday. Anzalone is eager to return, but the threat of suffering a setback remains. One of the elements weighing on his mind is the potential of missing the Super Bowl, should the Lions make it, and he were to suffer further damage. Alex Anzalone mentioned this to the media. I think that you just think about, okay, for me personally, obviously the doctors and the trainers go through what the risks are of waiting a week, waiting 2 weeks, going through practice, maybe letting it spin next week or the week after that or this week. For me personally, it's like, okay, say if something did happen, would I be okay not playing in the Super Bowl? So I think that's kind of a decision I have to make in my own head. Is it worth it? How do I feel going over these next few practices and go from there? I haven't practiced in 6 weeks, so just using my arm and going from there. Because it's been so long since Anzalone has practiced, there are aspects of his job that he has been unable to do. Top among them is tackling, as he hasn't been able to go full speed and bring an opponent to the ground. Through drill work, Anzalone has tried to replicate the motion. However, he still has to get up to speed on doing so in a live setting. Alex Anzalone mentioned to the media, "I haven't tackled anyone to the ground. I've done some drills and tried to simulate it as much as possible. It's just one of those things. How do you feel?" In Anzalone's absence, the Lions have turned to second-year linebacker Jack Campbell to take over relaying the play calls from defensive coordinator Aaron Glenn. While Campbell has shown plenty of leadership and has emerged into a top defender, Anzalone's veteran presence and cool demeanor paired with his production would be a welcome return. Aaron Glenn was excited to see his captain back in the room and offered this statement. "Alex is a unique guy, and why I say that is because he's always upbeat. Nothing ever gets him down, no matter what the situation is. Him and Jack are two different people. Jack is a serious, just always here. Alex can be here in a little bit, and that's not a bad thing. Alex can be here in a little bit, and that's not a bad thing. Actually, it's a good thing because it keeps me centered for the most part. But just him, his presence, his calming presence. And the players get so used to him being around. That's nothing against Jack or whatnot, they're just two totally different people in how they operate." Anzalone's presence would help a defense that has been struggling as of late. In particular, the Lions rank 29th in points allowed over the last 3 games with 33. Still, Anzalone pushed back against the narrative that this could hold the Lions back from achieving their ultimate goal of winning the Super Bowl. Alex Anzalone didn't mince words when he shared his feelings on the subject. "I think it's bullcrap, honestly. It's just one of those things. We have to do our part and limit points, and that's the #1 goal as a defense. We haven't been doing that recently, but at the same time, to say we're not good enough to win a Super Bowl is pretty dumb, honestly." If Anzalone is a full participant in practice on Friday, he could carry an injury designation into Sunday's game. This would allow the team to further evaluate his status through the weekend and in the hours leading up to kickoff. His potential return adds even more intrigue to the most anticipated game of the season. Thank you for tuning in to Lions Talk Weekly. For more instant Lions updates, please subscribe with notifications turned on and send this video to a friend. Until next time, go Lions!